onye ajụrụ ajụ anaghị ajụ onwe ya, ma ọ bụ ndị ajụrụ ajụ anaghị ajụ onwe ha. What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. Where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth, because it is our lives. And personally, I'm encouraging you to enjoy your life. Don't live in the fear that the believers in God are peddling, telling you that God will punish you, or today God will punish you. You see, I was in a break room last week, when I resumed to work. So this lady walked in, think she's from Caribbean area. So the guy sitting close to me tell her that I don't believe in God and used to be a minister. Do you know what she said? She said, "Don't worry. One day, something terrible will happen to him. Then he will see. He will say, 'Oh God.'" I said, "No." So I begin to think. I said, "What?" See, it's because of fear of the unknown, of fear of punishment, fear of hellfire, that you see people holding on to the lies they were raised in or with. So if something happened to me now, it will make me begin to acknowledge God. I have not sinned. I said, listen, I used to have my own church. I used to be a minister of God, minister of the gospel. I used to be a real, serious, dedicated, genuine Christian. Before I found out, no, this thing, not when I came to America, I found out, even when I was in Nigeria, I began to be like, no, this thing is not working. I stopped going to church. What's up, Zulu? And, I was only visiting my pastor friend then until I come to America. The last church I went, the last time I went to church, the reason why I left, it was the pastor preached about tithe. He said, if you don't pay tithe, I don't want to bury dead today. Oh, I said, this guy, he don't know that I'm already going off out of that too. I just get out. I never entered any church again saying I'm going to worship. No. At least that time, maybe one of one of our of my town or village guy invited me for his child dedication, which I also posted then because I was still a Christian, but no longer serious like that because I found out it's bullshit. It was 2018. That's when I dropped everything, both religion, both spirituality. I dropped them. I don't want to believe. I need to know. If there is God, let me see that God. How can you, African, telling me that God will punish me or God will do anything to anyone because they say there's no God or there's no Jesus? How about the mosquito that is giving you malaria till today? Why can't your God that, okay, let your God punish malaria, not mosquito, since that your God created mosquitoes? Let that God punish the malaria or remove that thing that makes that mosquito to give you malaria. You are suffering and you are afraid. Then you think what you are suffering, what you fear will come upon somebody like me. You are joking. Even if your God is real, I will never believe in your God. I will never. I don't believe in you. And you are real. So I can know you. I can hear from you. I can speak with you. Why should I be afraid of a being that never show up in my time of need? I've been locked up several times in police station. I've been locked up in prison. I have suffered a lot. There's no type of suffering you are suffering in this world I have not suffered. Except maybe police torturing you like to say the truth. Maybe that one. No, I have never been tortured by any police, because when I was growing up, I don't see prison as a bad thing. Okay, that's one of the things that shows. Yeah, when I went to court, they say, "Are you guilty or not guilty?" I say, "I'm guilty," and I was not up to 18 years that time. The woman look at me, the magistrate look at me, and say, "No." That's how she reminded me to Onitsha prison. Think about it. So I cannot believe in any God because somebody that have not seen that God is afraid what that God can do. Everything you believe your God can do is what is written. What you have about your God is stories. You don't have knowledge of any God. I was talking to a Muslim, African. No? I said, "No, there is no God. I don't believe in God." He said, "What are you saying? Who created the sun and the moon?" I said, "Okay. Who created God?" He said, "No, God cannot be created." He said, "Let me tell you a story." I said, "I don't want story. I want proof. Tell me who created, how God come into existence." He said, "Moses." I said, "Moses never existed." No, he started with Abraham. He said, "You know what Abraham did?" I don't know. That's how they put it in the Quran. He said Abraham saw people that are worshiping idols, and Abraham went and destroyed all the idols, and he tell the people, if you are God, if those idols are God, they will do blah blah for themselves. The same Muslims that will chop off your head for preaching against Allah or against Muhammad, they have something in their Bible where somebody destroy idol. Remember, like Gideon in the Bible, right? That destroyed people's idol, and they come fight, and he said, "No, if Baal is God, let God fight. Let him fight for himself." And that's how it's supposed to be. If you believe in God, you don't supposed to tell anybody about God. Let that God speak to that person. Let that God appear to that person. And any God that appears, but you cannot touch that God, is not real. It's your imagination. There are things you have been seeing in your dream, but when you wake up, you find out it's not real. Sometimes you are panting. They are chasing you in the dream. You wake up. Oh, yeah, what is the first language that comes to your mouth? Oh, thank God, it was a dream. Thank God, thank God. You begin to pray. Oh God, blah 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 blah. If I like the way one of our brethren put it. Somebody commented and asked me something. He said, "If your God exists, we won't be having uh, even this discussion." Have you seen people having discussion about the existence of water or how water come into existence? Or no, about the existence of water? Because it's really, that's my first time of like is using that one water. Yeah, but I always use the song. What is real? We don't sit and argue about what is real. It is what is not real that people want me to sit down and argue with them. No, I will never. I can never, no matter how much they will pay me. You tell me to sit down maybe on the television, radio, or social media and arguing with somebody about the existence of God. No, if I want to argue about the existence of God, it must be with God. Let that God show up so I argue with God. Why should I be arguing with a believer in God about the existence of God? That makes me also moron to do the same thing or even to be worse than them. I can never stoop that low, no matter whether it's a professor. So long you believe there is God, I don't have any argument with you. I'll be trashing you. It's only Facebook or all these admins that will be saving you because they will restrict my account. That have been most time is because of comments. They block my account. Wake up, my people. Don't let anybody put it. Some of you that say you are waking, you are living in fear of losing your family members, fear of losing friends, fear of losing business, fear of losing money. This is part of the reason why you see it seems like Africans don't want to wake up because even the people that already know this truth, they are too afraid to share it because of losing friends, family members, business partners. Fuck all that. You think I don't know how to make money? I have made money before, but I know my path. So long I am concerned, I am okay. I will never lack anything. Forever. I will never lack anything. So why should I come in try to maybe try to be like someone else. And we know I have passed that, especially now I'm going close to my grave. No, I am old enough to tell you the truth that nobody else will tell you, even your parents. They're scared of telling you. I will tell that to you. Welcome. So today I want to share this because this thing I want to share today is also important because it's about all Africans. But they have deceived us. We think Africans used to have tribe. Africans being tribalistic or having tribe was not African original thing. It's when they scattered us, we begin to have tribe. What Africans had was family structure. And we, no matter where we were living as family, we weren't having boundaries. We weren't having all this nonsense, divide and conquer. They introduced us into, and we are suffering it terribly. So I'm sharing with us today what I titled Igbo, ancient people. Because when you hear Igbo today, people think about a tribe. People think about language. No. Africans are the ancient, that's the original people. Igbo, Ndi Igbo, Ndigbo, Igbo is short for Ndi Igbo or Igbo. It's not a language. Africans don't have one language. We have uncountable language in Africa. So when they tell you that Africa is not a people that maybe they made one thing and it's for everyone. No. And you see this family living here, they have they invented their own calendar. This one invent their calendar. That's why we invented the 365 days. That is better than Gregorian calendar. We also have other calendars. But the one I know, Igbo calendar that I know, 4 days makes 1 week. And you see, that's one of the ways you trace people that go that way. How many market days do you have? Let them tell you. But they have our traditional things is second hand, our cultural things is second hand. What we value most is foreign things. Things from Arabs, things from Europeans, today now, most also things from Asia. But the things our own is second hand, it's not valued. And that's one of the reasons we are suffering. Ancient people. When you see Igbo people today as I'm speaking, they may deny themselves, Benin, when you're talking about the ancient Benin kingdom and all that, Nubia, if the ancient Ethiopians, not the present day Ethiopians, the ancient Ethiopians, Kemet, Mali, not this one they have messed up. Even Ghana, when Africa was everything. Today, when I hear that, this the first black woman to be so, or first black person to be so, I say that's a lie they're telling us. It's supposed to be them. They are the one that is supposed to say they are the first. We have been doing all that before they came into existence. We are the ancient people. So see Igbo people, you see Africa. See what is happening to Igbo people today in Nigeria and see what is happening in Africa. Bring two of them together and see what is going on. I've seen somebody that is not even from that Igbo tribe today. He said an African. Well known. I think he wrote it in a book. I think Chino Achebe says something similar like that. He said in Biafra, Africa died. In Biafra, Africa died. They have Christianize you, Islamize you, Englishinize you. They have messed us so much up that we don't even want to be ourselves anymore. We living in fear, living in confusion, and the self-hate. And we keep scattering because they have sowed that seed of discord, the seed of scattering us. And today, we are helping them to scatter ourselves, denying ourselves. People that are supposed to know where they came from, some of them know it, their elders know it, but they say, no, we don't want to associate with it because they're living in fear. You see, during Nigeria Biafran War, right, like the people from Asaba or Delta State area like that, they deny Igbo, right? They say, no, we are Biafrans. We are Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. What did one Nigerian military did? They said, okay, come to the marketplace. They gather. Then in Nigeria, they separated the women and the children. Then all the men, they killed them. This is Nigeria history. In Nigeria, that they're not teaching us, but it happened. Until today, we are still. Very soon, you will see even some people from Imo State to Anambra will tell you they are not Igbos. You will see, they will tell you that. But Igbo is more than any language. Igbo is more than any one person or any one group of people or any one tribe. Igbo people are ancient people, Africans, whether you are Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, or any other name they call Africans. Whether you are from Ghana, you are from Gambia, you are from South Africa, whatever, so long you are a black person, you are Igbo person, ancient person. It's not tribe, it's not language, it's people. So welcome to Bible study because that's where I will use to open your eyes anymore. More. Okay? Genesis chapter 11. Yeah, what he said there. I think, did I do this? I think so. So, yeah. Let me move on. Genesis chapter 11. For those of you that keep wondering why, okay, if you don't believe in that Bible, why are you using the Bible? I have Bible knowledge and I understand how they put it, and I will show you because what I'm reading from it, but if you can listen, you will see what I'm bringing up because anything you find in the Bible was copied, that's stolen, plagiarized, and put there. They copy it from the ancient text, ancient tradition, ancient myths, ancient stories. There is nothing original about Bible, Quran, and Torah except the lies, the evils, the like calling it holy. Nothing, nothing. The only thing original there is their lies. That's it. Okay, now let me show you something. I will say many things here, so let us go together. Genesis 11 from 1, I will read 1 to 6. He said, now the whole earth, when you're talking about the whole earth, who was there in the whole earth then? Africans, black people, Akebulans, the great people, the original people, dark-skinned people, melanated people. He said, now the whole earth had one language and one speech. At least you know that statement is a lie. You can never say that, like they tell you that Jesus climbed on the mountain and the devil show him all the kingdoms of the earth. Bullshit. That's how they made up things. They tell you, they stand one place and see the whole world. I remember that time there was no aeroplane, no? But these people, even in the pit, they tell you they wrote for you. In the cave, they were doing the cave. Yeah, in the real world, it's a story. Just you see now, the whole earth had one language and one speech. That's after the flood, right? And these people, are they from Noah or the same? These people were not destroying the flood. So they're not a part of it, you know. It's a story, right? That flood never happened. So now the whole earth had one language and one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar and they dwelt there. Here is land of Shinar. It never existed. It's just a story. But they will tell you now, no, it's a Babylon place. It's a Babylon. That's bullshit. Okay. He said, then they said to one another. They did not say, they did not say they pray to God. He said they say to one another. One of the three things I tell you that Africans need is what? Themselves. Ourselves. They have themselves. They didn't have God. They didn't have Jesus. They didn't have heaven. There was no devil troubling them. They weren't possessed with any demon. These people were original people, true human beings. And they say, come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly. They did not say, come, let us raise money to buy bricks. Shameful thing today that Africans are raising money to buy bricks, to buy block to build. Things they have all the materials to make themselves. Are they doing that today? No. Why? Because they are divided, they are scattered. They scatter their brains, scatter everything about them. So they are not living as they're supposed to anymore. They're living as the oppressors. Come, let us make bricks and bend them thoroughly. They had brick for stone. They said it and they did it. No God, no force was able to stop them. Verse 4, he said, and they said again. I was saying something, I will make that post. I said, when they want to lie, I mean, all these religious people, all these spiritual people, they will tell you, let us pray. Anytime they tell you, let us pray, they want to lie. Anytime they want to lie, they tell you, let us pray. I think most of them making right. Let us pray. They are lying. Another thing, when they tell you, when they want to lie, they say, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. They want to lie. And they call it testimony. All of them, they are lying. Again, they say, come, let us build ourselves a city. Now, if you read this, you will think they are telling you the truth. No. Africans were building cities, not just a. At least go to, I think, chapter 4 of their Genesis. The sentence said there, Cain went to another city where people were building cities. That's why when Cain get married there, he learned how to build there and come out, start building. Africans, we are there, we are here before Yahweh. We are here before Judaism or before Abraham. That never existed. Yahweh never existed. Abraham never existed. We had no beginning and we have no end. We are the original people. We are natural people. We are one with nature. Yeah, what he said, come, let us build ourselves a city. Remember one time I told you, reading this place, I said, can you read it and show me one place these people committed any evil or where they sin against anyone? They were living humanly. This is what it means to live humanly. They speak to themselves. Come, let us do this. Come, they didn't have any king over them. They didn't have any God over them. They didn't have money. They were living naturally. As I told you in my last video, 3 things you don't need: king, God, and money. These people didn't have God. They didn't have money. They didn't have any king. They have themselves. And once you have yourselves, that's enough. No force can stop you. No force can hinder you. They can't even enslave you. That's why they will confuse you first. They will trick you first. He says, come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth. Now, people, when they are preaching from this place, all these liars, they keep telling you about Tower of Babel. No, these people did not build only tower. They build city. Say, come, let us build a city and a tower. Then why all these people focusing on the Tower of Babel? They're not telling you about the city. For you to understand that, you will have to go to Deuteronomy chapter 6. Where he tell them, Deuteronomy chapter 6, he said he will give them great and large and beautiful cities they did not build. Who were the builders? Come, let us build. Africans. Africans were the builders. They were innovators. They were inventors. And they were inventing those things you can see, even still enjoying today. Say, come, let us build. So that we not be scattered. So that we remain one family. That's what it means. We don't need boundaries. We don't need all these laws and commandments that enslave us and make us stupid people hating ourselves. Verse 5, I think I will read to verse 9. Hear what he said. But the Lord came down. That's why people came. They invaded. Anywhere you hear the Lord or God in the Bible, anywhere you hear God or Jesus in the Bible, he's talking about white people. Wake up, Africans. He said the Lord came down to see. In heaven, he did not see. You say God is in heaven seeing everything. No. He came down to see the city and the tower. Remember, don't let them confuse you with Tower of Babel. Don't be confused with that. They don't want you to know about the great and mighty cities that these people were building before they attack them, kill them, and possess that land. And that's what you call Middle East today. That's what you call East. And those places that they kill our ancestors and occupy, they are no longer as dark as we are. That's what actually happened. But you see the story they give you in the Bible to keep you away from knowing who you were and what they actually did to you. You think it's just the slavery. No. Slavery was yesterday. But these people has been doing this, the additive that comes to steal, kill, and destroy. You are mighty and greater than them, but they took your city. Tell me, how can people you are mighty and stronger than we are able to take your land? Tell me. They deceive you. They lie to you. You welcome them. Show them hospitality. Show them, treat them like your neighbor or like your fellow human beings. But you don't know they were evil. You don't know they were wicked. They were godly. Godly people are evil people. They are wicked people. And that's how they came. And he said, say, the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men, not spiritual people, not sons of God, not sons of the Son, no, sons of men. You know, those ones, the sons of men, when they have daughters. So when the angels of God saw their daughters, they abandoned God and said, no, yeah, I'd rather be with women than be with that gay God. Where there is no woman. And he said, so to see the city and tower that the sons of men had built. And the Lord said, hear it, indeed the people are one and they have all one language. And this is what they begin to do. Now, nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them. Come here, what white people said, come, let us go down and there confuse their language. Anyone that tell you that God is not author of confusion is either an ignorant liar or a trained liar. In their Bible, their God was the one that said, come, let us go and confuse their language. Number one, stop believing this lie, because number one, you cannot confuse people's language. They don't want to tell you the truth. They deceive us. They came as sheep, but they are wolves within. And because our people, we are living like human beings, they weren't savages. They weren't all this going out looking for who to eat. No, they have everything they needed. God did not confuse any language. People's language did not get any confused at Tower of Babel. No. Africans have several languages before any story of Yahweh or story of Abraham or Israelites were written. Africans have numerous languages, yet living as one family. Then, before the foreigners invaded, bringing kingdom, bringing tribe, and all this bullshit that is killing us today, because it's not part of us. Do you know why those things are not working for us today? Because they are not part of us. They are not natural things. Africans are not people that are supposed to be living on things that are not natural. Africans are natural people that can only live well through nature or natural things. Here, he said that hear what he said. The Lord confused their language that they may not understand one another's speech. Bullshit. Quick speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all the earth, and they ceased building the city. This is another thing I want you to consider. The purpose of white people coming to Africa, the purpose of God coming, that's white people coming to Africa, was to stop Africans from building. They say, come, let us build a city and a tower. And he said, he scattered them and they seized what? Building the city, not the tower. They ceased building the city. Therefore, till today, Africans have ceased building the city. You are no longer building city. Igbo people, for example, do you see Igbo people developing their own city? No. But they are scattered everywhere. They think it's a virtue. Oh, everywhere you go, you must see Igbo man. Anywhere you go, you don't see Igbo. Run. Don't live there. That's nonsense. The whole Africa, they are Igbo people. They are ancient people. But look at Igbo people. They are not building their city anymore. But in every city, you see them. In Lagos, there are some field, or with not even some field, with concrete. They have, you know, they have some field or covered all the swamp area and build great things there. Go to Ojalaba today. It used to be swampy area, water everywhere. They close it up and they're building things. And when they finish building, what the other people do, they come taxing them. They come making life miserable. I said, how can Igbo people have all this, yet they are living beggarly life? They can't even afford to buy weapon for themselves to protect at least themselves. Rather, they will make that weapon to fight against their own brother. Yeah, that's what or their own sister. Self-hate. But they make Africans to stop building. As a people, they take them to America. They are the inventors. All the great inventors in America were Africans. All of them. But they stole them. Some of them, they learned from them, they killed them and claim they are the one that invented. No. White people, the only thing white people invented in this world is credit. That's the only credit. They take credit after you build, they take it. You build your land, they take it, they put their flag there, they say, yeah, it's ours. The only thing white people invented is credit. Therefore, its name is called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth, and from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of all the earth. Wicked God. If he existed, but you know he never existed. Africans, I'm telling you again, the people that invaded Africans did not bring anything for your building. Everything they introduced you to was for your destruction, to stop you from building yourselves. Although, no matter how they try, because we are the natural seed, they can never eliminate us. There must always be that one person or a couple of people that will stay building things wherever. Like the internet we're enjoying today. Built by who? African. Everything you are enjoying today. But look at Africans, how they are suffering. The smartphone, smart technology you are using today, everything they used to make it, they get it from us. They look at us. Among all the people, Africa is supposed to be having the best of everything. Like this internet, nobody's supposed to be buying internet or paying for internet in Africa for any reason. Because naturally, we have all it takes for us to make it running. Smartphones, we're not supposed to be buying them. Our ancestors said, come, let us build. They build, they make and build. Today is come, let us make money so we can buy. We borrow money from them. They take our resources. Then we go and buy whatever they produce with the resources they take from our land. And we say we are wise. Look at Igbo people in Nigeria too. They claim to be wise, but they are stupid. Our people, I'm Igbo man. Our people claim to be wise, but they are stupid when you compare them with what is happening in Nigeria. How can you have all that in Nigeria, yet you say we are marginalized? So how many years? How long are they going to marginalize us and it's continue going? We are Biafra, fighting for the in the name of Jesus. We must conquer. You see why we lost? And they are one of the people you see them, bury themselves in spirituality. Things that cannot protect, that cannot help them. And they're telling you, that's our route. They thought, no, that's not. If it's our route, your road won't be bad as it is today. You expect Nigeria government won't be treating you the way they're treating you today. They're supposed to be begging you, please come. How can they say you are, they hate you here, they don't want to let you go? Huh? Think, my people. Think. Scattered people denying themselves. You see somebody from like Cross River area, from even Cross River area or Rivers area, this person will tell you, no, I'm not Igbo person. I'm not Igbo. I'm not Igbo. I'm Niger Delta. I am a John. I am this. I am that. Somebody from Edo State. I'm not Igbo. I'm not Igbo. I'm not Igbo. Somebody from Yoruba. I'm not Igbo. I'm not Igbo. And you don't know, when you hate those people you're calling Igbo, you are hating yourself. Because even these people, okay, look at what happened, because some of you don't know that. When Nigerian government, I think they said it was Obasanjo, right? When they say Ghana must go, when they commanded Ghana people to leave Nigeria, huh? Who were the people, the only people that, take Ghana people, and Ghana people were living with them, even making music. This Ghana music you are hearing today, we are playing, it was in Igbo land. We harbor Ghana people. Igbo land was their sanctuary. Nobody was troubling them. They ran away from Lagos, ran away from North, anywhere Ghana must go. That's where they made that bag. Not in Igbo land. We never asked Ghana to go. Even till today, look at the Northerners, the way they are killing Igbos in the North. Igbos don't kill them like that in Igbo land. As we speak. And many of them know this truth. I mean, the Yorubas, the Hausas, they know this truth, but they will not say it because of what they're gaining. Because the evil system we are in now is benefiting them more. Nigerian government is benefiting them more. As I always say, no condition is permanent. The truth shall prevail. The Asian people will rise and shine again. Listen to this. Ancient people, the Igbo people, these people don't need any help. They don't need any outside help, any help from outside. Igbo people, Africans never needed help from above or from abroad. No, they always look to themselves, look to the land, and they begin to build things for themselves, making them for themselves. Who is still talking about Igbo made? Even ordinary Dubai yesterday has taken over that. Got made in China taking over that. Nigeria is not talking about Igbo made anymore. That's how much they hated Igbo people. They don't want to hear anything Igbo. Are they being, these people have sense? Even Abba made shoes is enough that when you see people in Nigeria, they're not supposed to still go into farm where they use hoe to cut themselves. Abba can make those things. The shoes. As a teenager growing up, yes, I was wearing Abba made. And when they came to Relief Market, people, some of them come there, and I went there and buy my own shoe. The shoe I used for my wedding was Abba made. A guy from Abba that lived in Lagos, I'm making sure I went, he measured me, the shoe I wore on my wedding day was Abba made shoe. And that was 1999. For those of you that will think, yeah. I'm a real Igbo man. They never needed any outside help. They don't need any helper from above. They don't need any helper from abroad. That's what you see when Mazin Narikalo was doing so, he went to UK or United Nations. I said, we don't need all that. Those people are the ones that will even make sure you don't have Biafra because they are benefiting. Nigeria is their company. Nigeria has nothing to do with Africa. There's no language called Nigeria. There's no land called Nigeria in Africa. This Nigeria started in 1914 by white people. There was no single black person or a Yoruba person or Igbo person or Hausa person that was present when Nigeria was created. No. You say it's a lie. Okay, tell me their names. In America, when you talk about founding fathers, they tell you the name of their founding fathers. Nigeria have only one founding father, and his name is Lord Lugard, with his wife. That's the only founding father that we have today who created Nigeria, Lord Lugard. I see Lord Lugard. Don't you see that white people always call somebody that suppress or kill Africans great person? Like that idiot called Alexander the Greek. But they call him Alexander the Great. Why? Because he dealt with Africans. Have you seen white people talking about Haitians that defeated France? They don't want you to mention it. If you make that post, they will block you. No. They want you to talk about how white people have been helping us doing it. No, they are not helping us. They are thieves. They come to steal, kill, and destroy. That is in their nature. You cannot change it. Try to say no. Look at what is happening in America today. And some black people with it because they're making some money. No racism, no racism. I pity all of you living among them, especially in their area. No, I say I rather live in the ghetto where I know is full of black people than go to a place they say is safe, white people, white neighborhood. I'm not going. It's dangerous to me as a black person. Learn from what happened to others. He said it won't learn. He said it won't happen to you. How about your children? Especially those of you having children. You see how they kill their children also? Just jogging. They kill them. They didn't kill the parents, right? But they kill the one you're born there. They kill him. Some of you, I'm doing it for my children. Your children will suffer because of your stupidity. But I'm happy also those children are waking up. So they're also changing things. Africans never needed help from outside. Let me show you that in the Bible also. Judges chapter 18. One of my favorite places that I never saw when I was a Christian. I never preached it like that. Because I was preaching to defend the lies written in the Bible. Hear what they say. He said, when you go, you will come to a secure people and a large land, Africa. For God has given it into your hand, is a lie. A place where there is no lack of anything that is on the earth. Tell me it's not Africa. He said, when you go, they are the one. God, come, let us go see what they are building. Oh, they are building it. Come, let us go confuse them. Come, let us go take their land. Full of houses. Good, let us take it. Though they are mightier than you, but we can take it. Because natural people don't have weapons of war against fellow human beings. The weapons they had was weapons for hunting animals, to feed themselves and to protect themselves. A place, Africa, where there is no lack of anything that is on earth. When did Igbo people begin to be in lack? For example, in Nigeria, when they begin to chase oil money, when they begin to chase egombute, before you see somebody have factory manufacturing something. If it is pen, he's manufacturing it. He sees somebody so and sons because he planned it for his own children also. But today, do we have it? No. Even today, it's children that is going to steal or do some things to come and give to their parents. Then you see parents burning children anyhow for trouble they cannot take care of. And you know the situation on ground now. You go, oh, I want to quit children. Children for what? I said, I rather be childless. I have one child. We have one child. But I don't want to have child again. In this evil condition, you have that child, then you die. That child will continue the suffering. And not that even, because if I have that child will go to school, right? What will they teach that child in school? I tell my daughter, remember, the school you are going is just for making money. It's for you to make money. It's not for you to, they are not telling you the truth about you. All this shooting happening, she sent it to me. See what I say? Yeah, these people are evil. Many of you, you know it, but you say, oh, to keep your name. Which name are you keeping? Which name? And this is why our slavery seems to to linger. Because I want to have this, I want to have that. Yeah, nonsense. You can't think. I have an uncle. He died, and I've seen some of his children already died. Also, he was rich, but when he died, everything scattered. Wake up, my people. The evil people came. You had this land where there's no land, but they said God has given it to them. Why should God give you another people's land? When he said he's able to create, why can't he create another land for you? He cannot. But giving you the land other people built, already developed, and you telling me that God existing? Exists? Ah, come on. Wake up, my people. These evil people, godly people, scattered us and stop us from building. They stop us from building. They did not stop us from spirituality. They did not stop us from believing there is God. No, you can have that one because you cannot achieve anything with believing there is God. The only thing you can achieve is confusion, confusing yourself more, living in fear more, and hating yourself more. Because when you say there is God, you hate yourself. When you are above God, so you put yourself under God. In other words, submit yourself to God. You have to be slave of God. When you're supposed to be free human being, born to live, explore, and enjoy life naturally. They are the thief that they came and steal, kill, and destroy. They left you with spirituality. Spirituality is not science. There's no knowledge in spirituality, but confusion, fear, self-hate. You hate yourself so much you think you have ancestors somewhere. You are the ancestors he's talking about. Igbo people, ancient people, are scattered people. I think I made one video one time about scattered people, right? You can check it. These are people robbed of their self-building abilities. Look at the present-day Igbo people in Nigeria. Use them as case study. Because some of you are, show me evidence. Which evidence? Look at Africa. Look at Igbo people. Look at what is happening to them. Whatever that is happening to Africa, in the whole world, is the same thing that is happening to Igbo people in Nigeria. It was Igbo people that made people from Cameroon or other parts of Africa coming to Nigeria to buy things. You see them. Well, the biggest market in West Africa then was what? Main market Onisha. Main market Onisha. Because of the wickedness of these people hating Igbo people, that River Niger, you know how many times they said they will dip in it for a big ship to be coming? No. Igbo people. But you see Igbo people, they have wharves, so they're supposed to be walking around them in their own land, but the Nigerian government close it. They focus on Lagos, Apapa Wharf. You pay a lot to get your goods. Then when you want to transport that goods from Lagos to East, you will pay more than you pay to bring it from China. Igbo people. Then from Lagos, every road that lead to East, if you're going from west, especially west, that Lagos to East, how many checking points there? That's what I say. I will never go to Nigeria again and use car to go to East. It must be flight, because I hate this checking point. They stop you there, they stop you there, they stop you there, on just to take money, exploit these people. Upon all you have been doing, that they still thriving, they still doing things. How I wish they would just that. Even when Mazin and Carlos started all this IPOB, I said, listen, we don't need any, all we need is to use our brain and our resources. We will get it. Use our brain. That's how we can use all those world powers to get what we want. But don't mix it with spirituality or religion, because you become worse. Open your eyes, my people. We are not what they call us. We are not. We are still scattered people running away instead of stay and plan on how to retake our lands and recover our heritage, our scientific potentials, abilities to build. How long shall we run? How long shall we run? Why our enemies are ruining, destroying our lives and our lands? How long? Africans, Igbo people, let us wake up. And I'm happy that we are waking up because our slavery condition is not permanent. I have said it and I will keep saying it because that's how our ancestors lived. I will never, in my next life, I will never be born in any spiritual or religious family. I will be born in original African great family. That's where I must be born. Where we will live humanly, explore life and enjoy life, not let people maltreating us. And we're waiting for one God will do some ancestor. Let us pray, 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 believe, believe. No. We shall live again. Igbo people, ancient, great ancient Africans. We shall live again. They think, we are just a stick they can destroy. They don't know we are seeds. We are indestructible. That's what life is. And that's what we were born to do. We are born in African family where I will be determined to live humanly with my abilities, potentials that they think is dead. No, it's there. I will use it to make my people to live again. So you that is woke African, don't give up. Don't think that when our people talk about karma, reaping what you sow. They're not talking about all these religious or spiritual karma. No, they're talking about in your next life, what you do now in your next life, you will continue where you stop. So what do you want to face in your next life? No, there's no life. No, there's no life, no life after death, no life. So there was life before conception, before you were conceived. Where were you? You say you were nowhere. That's stupidity. You existed before you came, just as something existed in your brain before you begin to work to bring it into existence, right? But nature, you existed in the earth. That's why when you die, you return there. Whether they burn you, they bury, no matter how you must return back to earth. That's our eternal home. We have no heaven, we have no hell. Or did you come from heaven or hell? Were you in heaven or hell before you were born? So if you are in heaven before you were born, then you are going back to heaven. If you are in hell before you were born, you're going back to hell. But people like us, people like myself, I was in the earth. And that's where we go again, to be born again. We are ancient people. We are not spiritual people. We are not religious people. We are natural people. We don't need any God. We don't need any king. We don't need any money to live again. All we need is ourselves, our brain, and nature. Everything we need is here. Asian people did not monetize things. You're hungry, you see fruit, you eat. You're hungry, you see somebody's house, you say, oh, I'm hungry. Okay, they give you food. Didn't hear what they say? That's a child is trained or belong to the whole village. No kidnapping, no rape. All these things, the foreigners brought it, but they have confused many of you through Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, and through educational system they force on us today to believe. Yeah, we are savages. We are not. We don't know anything. They're the one that came and gave us hospital, gave us good road. No, they didn't. They are evil. We are natural. And in our place, we had no need of anything in this world. And our slavery condition is not permanent. we will shine again. Pardon.